Hi, I'm Lynley. Welcome back to another episode of Tile Talk. Very often we get a lot of questions about mosaics, and we sell a lot of mosaics here. When our homeowners receive their product or take a look at their product, sometimes they get a little bit taken aback by the different types of application methods that mosaic can be mounted with. So I wanted to take just a couple seconds to go over the basic types and show the main difference points between them. The first type, the most traditional probably type of mosaic mounting, is a mesh or fiberglass mounting. This material lays on the back side of tiles, and it is made typically of a plastic type material. It doesn't stretch, it holds things in place, and it keeps the design intact. Most of the time you see this with handmade mosaic arrangements, but oftentimes you see it with a lot of production arrangements as well. So molds are made similar to this, where they'll lay out all the individual pieces, and this is run through a machine, and a mesh backing is installed on the back side of it. So once the mesh backing is put onto the tile, it's installed with the mesh to the thin-set or mortar, and then the finished material product is facing up. The other type there's a couple other types of mosaic mounting as well. One is called paper face, and it is a top face. Instead of whereas your mesh is mounted on the back, your paper is mounted at the front. They do it for a couple different reasons. It allows for less, damage in shipment. A lot of times glass mosaics are done with paper face, whether they're done in different shapes, odd shapes like what we're showing with this E-hex, or square shapes, but the face faces at the top or the front. So the installer would put the thin-set or mortar, this side would mount to that material, the face is up, the paper face is up, and then once that it adheres to the thin set, it's wet and that paper face dissolves or easily falls off. The final type of mosaic mounting would be your tape face. This is used a lot of times for custom mosaics, or handmade mosaics specifically. When you're there laying out a pattern, the installers, or not the installers, but the vendors will design the pattern, lay it out on the table, and then there is a very thick, clear adhesive that rolls across the top of it. It is used a lot of times in these scenarios because it does allow the installer to see the design, allows them to attach the back side to the thin-set or mortar while the front side is still holding the whole design in place. It allows you to shift things around, shape things, make that installation a little bit easier. And then once that thin set has dried, the tape is pulled off at a diagonal, and then you're left with the finished product on top. So there's our three different types of mounting materials. You can take a look and see. The finished product ends up being a beautiful end result no matter which type of mounting you're using. So there's our little lesson for today. Hope you enjoy.